In this video, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes, and I'm also going to be explaining how some things are made. So I hope you guys actually enjoy it. Let's dive into the video.
Give me one break, I need faith, faith to believe, faith to receive.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again. If you're seeing this for the first time, hi, my name is Barakat Amzat and you're welcome. If you have not subscribed to this channel, you need to subscribe right now, because there's a lot of things. Being a filmmaker, being a storyteller, you make videos or anything basically relating to content, this is the channel for you actually. So basically, I made a film about imagination and also consequences. Basically, that's what I have in my head while making this film. But then along the line, the story line actually changed, and I also noticed that this film is not only about imagination and consequences. It is also about certain things to, like, if you have not perfected something, don't actually bring it out, because you don't know who is going to use it against you. So basically, that's the area of what this film went about. Also, I wanted to make the film because I wanted to do a project this year, and I like writing a lot of stories. I have a lot of stories written down. I wanted to make something that would be something you can actually talk about, something that has reason, something that is psychological basically. So that was why I made the film. In terms of inspiration and messages behind the film, there's a lot. Inspiration in terms of I watched a lot of films, I did a lot of research and all of that just to make the film make sense. We did a lot of script reading, we did a lot of calls and all of that just to like perfect the scripts. But then this film actually taught me a lot of lessons, and I am grateful for it. I think this is one of the best things I've ever like invested my time and money into this year, and I hope you guys can actually see it. I hope you guys, if you want to see the film when it is out, you have to become a member on this channel. If not, you can't see the film because we're not posting it on YouTube. But if you are a member, you have access to the link to actually watch it, and then let us know down in the comment section what you thought about it when it is out. So if we're talking about the pre-production challenges, there's a lot of challenges. In terms of, I thought it was a low budget film, but actually this is a budgeted film. Yes, there's nothing like no budget in filmmaking industry. Your budgets might not be up to like certain standard of filmmakers, but there is always a budget for a film. But we did not make a budget. We're just spending money as it comes and all of that. So I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Have a certain budget that you think, oh, this is the amount I have for this film, and don't go past that budget. So you need to have a budget, whether small or big. You need to have a budget for certain things. Like, I thought I wanted to use a mobile phone to make this film, but along the line, people like the story, like people I showed like the story and all of that. We had to use 2 cameras to actually shoot this. Cameras that are very expensive. You rent light, you rent basically everything. So you need money. A no budget film is just that it is not up to the standard, but you're going to spend a lot of money. And I'm not talking about thousands. I'm talking about millions of naira. That is what I spent. So let's think about it well. So in terms of directing and how I worked with my actors and my team, I got the best actors and I have the best team. So it was not really hard for me as a first-time director, like directing people actually. So what I did differently was that I actually let everybody have their own opinion. Oh, tell me yours, tell me yours. We did a lot of meetings, as you guys can see from this video, with the actors, even with the crew members alone. We did a lot of meetings, like when we are on set. So because there's a lot of mistake we made the first day of shoot, but we had to rectify it for the second day of shoot. And because I have team that are actually invested in this film, it was actually easy for me to make it work. If you don't have people invested in your story and in your film, things will go wrong way. So you need to make sure the people that you are getting on your team are people that are ready to actually do the work, whether paid or not paid. They are actually ready. They are ready to put in their all in the film. So basically, I'm really grateful for people I have on my team. And another thing is I'm grateful for the actors. They were actually one of the best because they did not even stress me. We were the ones stressing the actors. Like, one thing about them is just don't tell them to read the script and then tell you what is in the script. You are not going to get a good film. Let them read the script and express the emotions the way it feels in them. You are going to get one of the best and the best and the best ever actors that same day. That is how it works. So don't tell them, oh, did you see that script? Give me the lines. No, you don't tell them to give you the lines. They already know what they're supposed to say. Just let them flow with it. Like, see their creativity. If it is not what you want, rephrase it. Tell them to do it again. Tell them to give you more, that is not what you want, and they're going to give it to you. But don't ever try to make them stick to what is in the script. You're going to regret it. So that is what I did differently. And for my team, I let them actually explore their creativity. Oh, this color will actually make sense here with the team and all of that. Do it. The cinematographer, oh, I this shot will actually work here. Do it. Let me just see how it is going to look different. And that was what we did, and we were able to do a successful shoot actually. So we faced a lot of challenges on set, and on the first day we faced challenges of time. We faced challenges of water, because water did not come up quickly for the actors to have their bath and all of that, so we had to improvise. We faced challenges in terms of, like, basically a lot of things, and I'm going to do a separate video for that, just to list it and all of that stuff. But we're able to overcome it because I have like people that are invested in the project. That's what I will continue saying. They are actually invested in that project. We did one scene in the morning, like the first shoot we have, more than 18 times. But the actor was actually not tired, and my team were ready to push forward. So because of that, we were able to manage our time for the rest of the day, and also the second day we did not stall again. Because of that, actually taught us a lot of lesson during the rest of the process. So that's what I'm saying, that something will surely happen, but let it be a lesson for the others. Don't let it actually stop you from doing what you're supposed to do, if that actually makes sense. So what we did for the first day actually made us learn a lot of things for the second day, which is why I can't say we have issues again, but it solved a lot of problems for us and so on and so forth. But I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about the challenges and also how to solve them in a different video entirely. So as a first-time director that directed a narrative film, I think I learned a lot of lessons from this film actually, like a lot of lessons. When you're directing your film, you have to own it. Like, don't think, oh, you don't want to make people offended. Let them be offended, and after the shoot you actually tell them sorry or something. But you have to stand on your ground. You have to own your thing. Because you want to make it better. If you want to make it better, you need to own it. Don't make people talk down on you. Don't make them talk while you are talking. If you are the director, don't make them see reasons why they should look down on you. Don't let anybody talk to you anymore. Focus on what you're there to do and do it, and then just get out. So while you are on set, you have the upper hand. You need to say things, but in as much as you have the upper hand to do all these things, you also need to give your team the right to do certain things. Don't just impose on them. Let them be free, like let them be able to access you too, so that everything is going to work out well. Or if you are this person that they don't have access to and all of that, it's going to be very, very hard. So you need to make sure they have access. They can actually talk to you, share their ideas. As you guys can see from this video, we share a lot of ideas in our team. We talk about a lot of things. We were able, and that was why we were able to have a successful shoot. Like, a lot of things happened, and I'm really grateful that I learned a lot from it. So for my next project, which is coming up next year, I'm going to be able to like do the things differently. We're going to be able to sort out things differently. In terms of feeding, it's going to be like very fast. People ate, but then it was a little bit late, so we won't want that again for the next project. We're going to be able to stand our ground in terms of brand partnership and all of that if we have. So that's just it. I learned a lot, and I'm really grateful for the experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, or you learned one or two things. Let me know your best phase in this video. Let me know what you're going to take out from this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you stay fabulous and stay blessed. Bye guys. Tell me, is you down? 'Cause I'm trying to go good tonight.